Hi, I'm Katie, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to clean up an oil spill. Oil spills can enter freshwater and marine ecosystems due to natural leaks and accidental oil spills, especially oil spills like the 1989 Exxon Valdez oil spill and the 2010 Deepwater Horizon oil spill. These oil spills release millions of gallons of oil into marine and freshwater ecosystems, causing long-lasting damage to these ecosystems and the wildlife that inhabit them. Today, I'm going to show you examples of methods that can be used to clean up oil spills, including absorbents, booms, dispersants, and skimmers. And we're going to find out which one is the best. So, right before me, you see an aluminum pan covered at the bottom with water. So now I am going to pour a little bit of this olive oil into the water. And I'm going to put some blue food coloring in along with it so we can see it better. Alright, I'm going to move this pan around a bit. Maybe pour in a little bit more oil. And I'm just going to gently move it a little bit more. And now I'm going to be using various methods to help clean up the oil spill. The first method I'm going to use is with this popsicle stick and string. There is a boom and skimmer. So the boom floats on top of the surface while the skimmer collects oil from beneath it. As you can see, the skimmer is starting to collect some of the oil. But it's not doing a good job at collecting all of it now, is it? So the boom floats on top of the water surface and tries to contain the oil in or out of a certain location, while the skimmers collect the oil at the top of the surface. And now I'm going to use a different method called an absorbent. As the name implies, the absorbents absorb the oil from the water. There's one. All right. As you can see, these are pretty effective, but they probably seem like they can be very time and labor intensive. And you would have to use a lot of absorbents to get out all the oil. Last but definitely not least, I'm going to use a dispersant, which is a chemical that breaks up oil into smaller pieces, like this dish soap, and it removes grease on contact, which is why it is used on wildlife like birds that are affected after oil spills. So I'm just going to pour some of this in here, and as you can see, the oil spread out to the edges of the pan, and it is being broken down into smaller pieces. Now the dispersants don't actually get rid of the oil, they just break it down into smaller pieces so that it can be more easily absorbed. So as you can see, there is no one true method to remove the oil after an oil spill. The booms and skimmers can not always be easily maintained or obtained, and they can be expensive. And the absorbents, as I said before, can require a lot of labor and time and many absorbents. And the dispersants, like I said, don't actually get rid of the oil. They just break it down into smaller pieces. So the lesson to be learned from this is that it is not easy to clean up an oil spill, and that oil spills can have long-lasting effects. I'm sure those oil spills from 1989 and 2010 still have cleanup efforts going on today, and people are using any substance known to mankind to help. But this is just a small scale of it. So always be careful about how you store your oil, and try to do your best to make sure you don't spill it. Thank you. Have a good day. I hope you learned something from here. Bye.